Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We're Tuesday, September 9th, 2025, and this is a general collective reading. Thank you for being here. I'm truly grateful to each and every one of you. Love you guys so very much. Let's see where we're going to go with this read. I prayed over the cards, I cleansed them. Hopefully we're going to get a different point of view here. I just did two. They're kind of in keeping. It doesn't have to be related to one another, but they could be if it's your story. It doesn't have to be, though. You and only you would know. Let's see, where are we going to go with this read? Spirit, what is the message here for the collective at this hour? Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, the white light. What's the message for the collective at this hour? What would you like to discuss with the collective? Thank you. Sovereign freedom. Congratulations. This is the overarching energy. Somebody wants to be free. Somebody is free. You are your own person. Bottom of the deck, the underlying energy. Driver. Somebody's driving you away. Driving this home. You could be a driver. You're looking for a driver. You could be on a bike. You don't have to be. We'll see which way it goes. So defense. Somebody's feeling defensive. Somebody wants to defend you. They want to defend what they've done or said. Somebody's feeling very... Whenever somebody folds their arms like this in front of them, they're feeling intimidated. It's a way of protecting themselves. This could be you or someone else. Very defensive. They're on the defense. Yep, protected. They're trying to protect themselves. Witches or warlocks. They know what they've done. And I look at this, not good witches, not good warlocks. I'm looking at, in the negative sense, where somebody uses witchcraft to harm, bend wills to get their way. In essence, they're dark, okay? Maybe they accused you of being somebody playing with this stuff. Yeah, you're in your purpose. They want people to believe they're in their purpose, but they're using witchcraft, okay? They started a crusade against you. You are in your purpose. They want you not to be in your purpose. There's a message or a messenger. You could be a messenger. The angels are messengers, so they're defending you maybe. Congratulations, if so. They're all mighty, mighty warriors, and they do defend us. So you're free. It can be spiritual royalty as well. You might be royalty. I mean, this is Queen Victoria, right? Reminds me of Helena Blavatsky, though. I don't know. Where are we going with this, please, Spirit? Money. Give him money. Somebody wants to be financially free. So maybe they're using you, a story about you, bullshit stories, using magic to make money off of you or off of other people. Drama starter. There we go. Love on the brain. Maybe they're using love spells to get people hooked, where they get money from them. Dreaming, fantasizing, daydreaming, and nostalgic. People are finding out what they've done, or maybe this is what they accused you of doing, because your light irritates their demons. There we go. You shine too brightly. Somebody's looking, spying, inside scoop, a closer look, nosy up in your business. They want to know what you're doing. Let me get up in there. What are you doing? What do you smell like? It's a big waste of time. Stuck, no changes, and limited. Them and their groupies. They're trying to waste of time and waste of time with their groupies here under fake accounts. So they're harassing you, stalking you, or doing stuff. Maybe stealing money. I don't know. Fake social media accounts to spy. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You dodged major bullets here. You block negativity. They're all stuck in their head here because they're getting some karma. Oh boy, overthinking, stressed, overanalyzing. Or that's what they wanted for you. But you know who's behind it, so why would you be stuck in your head? You've done nothing wrong. You know that they're going to be meeting their maker one day, and they're going to have to answer for what they've done. There's an offer here. Moving. Somebody's moving. Bad reputation. Somebody's got to move. They try to give you a bad reputation. Now they could be trying to get out of Dodge here. A wolf in sheep's clothing. Trying to block any good things from coming towards you. This is winning money, got rich, inheritance, unexpected money. They're being blocked from this. They're trying to block you from what's rightfully yours. Go F yourself, okay? I'm just really, really tired of these energies. Who in the world gave them permission to do this? Who do they think they are? Let me guess. Mommy and Daddy said you were special. That you could do anything, have anything, and everything you want. Don't worry, we'll cover for you, right? Whenever you do anything bad, it's not my child, it's your child, right? It's not my child. The teacher lied. You know, one of those parents, give me a break. Teaching your kids how to swear, how to steal, doing drugs and sleeping with other multiple people in front of your kids. Yeah, that's the life, isn't it? Sovereignty. Giving money. Spouse or partner was in reverse. This could be an ex-partner, ex-spouse involved. You gave them money, you provided for them. Now it's a natural disaster here. It's a drama starter. They wound up with a drama starter. They wound up with witches and warlocks. Imprisonment. They're going to jail. Tunnel vision. You're finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. This was a tunnel vision. A cover-up. Somebody on the inside, maybe? They're trying to cover something up. This was man-made disaster. They didn't want to land the plane, so the plane's landing for them. There's a lot of abuse and neglect involved. Something to do with a marriage, a wedding. Maybe you're going to find out that you got married. There was fraud in the last two reads. ID fraud, mortgage fraud, and whatever this was, business fraud. Yeah, it's all falling apart. Character assassination here. This is a couple, just like in the last reads. They unalived you, faked your, you know what I mean, in your neighborhood. It could be online. Yep, there's hidden online community, or they're trying to hide you in a neighborhood so you can't be found. People don't want to see you. Maybe they said you were no longer here, or they said they wound up with somebody that's supposedly no longer here, and they're using your ID, living life as you. Good for you. Let me guess. Their first name is Woundy. Wanting to be you. But they're my best friend. I love you. I miss you so very much. Anyway, you look like a fucking turtle. You know what I'm saying? So we have sovereignty. Owing money. Giving money. Spouse, partner. Lies. Nothing but. Bye. They felt entitled. Secrets are revealed about this abundance that's meant for you. It's yours. Conceited and ego. Again, full of secrets. Rude. They did things rude. They did rude things behind your back, or said you were rude or something like that. They're facing eviction or trying to get you evicted. This is a hood rat for the streets. Okay? Caused a lot of drama. Now they worried. And this is something that, you know, this is how they grew up. I'm sorry, but this is a product of their environment. Not everybody grows up and conducts themselves in the same manner. They want better for themselves. But this is somebody that wants to repeat these fucking generational cycles, and they're hell-bent on doing it, and they don't give a shit. So what? So what? You don't know me? You don't know my story? Yeah, I know you. Lots of fighting going on here. They're delusional. Corrupt and vice. Integrity. A lot of people's integrity was compromised. You have integrity. They caused a lot of pain here. Now they want forgiveness, or they figured you'll forgive them anyways. I don't think so. Something to do with bankruptcy and a family, yours, theirs, or somebody you have a family with. Crusade and hate train. What I tell you. So there's a family involved. There's exes involved, and their side pieces. It's all a backfire. Annoyed and frustrated. Online. Magic. They were doing magic. They hired people online to do magic. Good for them, because they were power hungry. Good for them. Something to do with your income, fraudulently stealing your income. They're showing off, trying to be you, taking your work, taking your money, taking your opportunities. They're greedy. They fell for it, okay? They took the bait. They said and did obscene things. They are obscene, okay? Now they have to they have to sell stuff at the pawn shop. That's embarrassing. You never get what it's worth, right? They're facing homelessness. Yeah, smear campaign and devalue. They tried to make you homeless, but they can't. They can't make you. Whatever they're trying to do, they're trying to make you fit the narrative, the false narrative they made up about you, and it's just not working. The smear campaign and devalue is not working. They targeted you. They wanted to level up off of you. You're too intelligent, though. You're in your north node. That's why they can't move you. Full of temptation. These people are full of temptation. They are easily tempted. Do you want this type of person or people around you that can be easily tempted and bought off? I wouldn't. Nah. They're busy comparing, competing with you. You're innocent here. You outrank them. That's what they're going to have to deal with now. It is what it is. I will not. I don't use that word, but I just heard somebody say, shut up. No, I won't. I'm going to keep speaking. I'm going to get louder and louder and louder. Sovereignty, giving money, spouse, partner, and lies. I know a lot. I know a lot. And this ain't boding well for these people that I'm dealing with that come up after me. Even the ones who think I don't know they're there. I do know. I know a lot about you. I know about your fucking obscene energy. And I'm going to tell on you. I think a lot of us readers have had enough with you. Because this person goes from one reader to the next. Trying to find out what you're doing, what you're going to do. Trying to be 10 steps ahead of you all the time, but like you're 10 steps ahead of them because you are in tune. You do have a direct connection with Source. They're watching over you. You're bypassing everything they tried to do. They're trying to do the same by listening to different readers. Trying to get a bead on you. They can't manage to do that because whatever they're trying to find out, the Divine's not going to let them know what's going on in your world. They're picking up on their own stank energy. Okay? Thank you, Spirit. Fast forward motion. This could be communication, action, and or travel. 8 of Wands is typically good news. Moving forward. Something's picking up speed here. Overarching energy. Ooh, dropping. Consciously making a choice not to take on other people's problems. Letting it go. Dropping it. Not carrying around other people's burdens. Ending a cycle. Being unburdened. Yeah, somebody wants to unburden themselves. There's a bunch of people here. Getting dropped by a bunch of people, by a crowd here. This is jealousy. This is conflict, competition, greed, jealousy, fear of missing out, I just heard. FOMO. Jealousy. This is rivalry. This is drama. It's a bunch of people involved. They wanted you to fight and compete. They wanted you angry. They wanted you to fight them. The truth and clarity is coming out. So everybody's up on it. They're on edge. Truth and clarity. Taking a different approach. This is a breakthrough. Communication's coming through. This could be ruined. They wanted to ruin yours. Something's going on here. You avoided whatever they tried to do to you because you knew the truth. The truth is here. The truth shall set you free, right? The Divine gives you the truth. He tells you what to do and when to do it. You are the truth. Well, that's Archangel Michael's sword, by the way, cutting through the bull crap and the minutia that these people tried to start. No, that's sideways. Oh, I just noticed that. That looks like feathers on the ground. So you might be seeing a lot of feathers, or this is tall grass. I don't know. They're all fighting amongst each other. The truth is coming out. Somebody's searching for the truth, I just heard. They want the truth out of these people, whoever they're working with, because somebody's getting some karma or backfires or getting in trouble for something here. Okay, this is fall from grace. Somebody lost their position. They're getting tossed out of a group, a club, a family, or a business. And somebody's drinking a lot, partying a lot. This is somebody that's very smug, full of themselves, selfish, a know-it-all, and a show-off. A fall from grace. They didn't want you having wish fulfillment. Never satisfied yet. Wow. Devil energy. Very toxic and karmic. Wanting to bind you to the devil, or they're bound to the devil, or bind you to a contract here. Somebody's stuck. They want power and control. You have addictions, obsessions, and codependency issues. This was fraud and theft. This was somebody was breadcrumbing you. This is unfair. They can't balance something out. That equally yoked. They can't balance something. I don't know. Maybe they have addictions here. And because they have addictions, they spent money that wasn't theirs. Stuff isn't adding up. Someone's never satisfied. This is a glutton. Yeah. They breadcrumbed you within a relationship or partnership. It could be friend, family, love, or business. Or this is them. You're still living in harmony. This is now. Somebody doesn't want non-committal here. Losing a home. They want to come back into your orbits because they're homeless. They wanted to make you homeless. This could be business fraud, mortgage fraud. It could be homeless. I don't know what this is. Non-committal. Party's over. No redemption. A partnership of some sort moving on. They need to move. This could be overcoming. Leaving them behind, traveling or moving. This is the Chariot. This could be police. Radical acceptance. Somebody needs to take accountability, bring back balance to a situation. They need to be disciplined here. You're leaving them behind. You overcame. You have a lot of strength and courage, resilience, integrity, loyalty, and honesty. This could be the police coming through and they're being forced to do something. Why is the Chariot here in the upright, the strength in the upright? It was in their ego, wanting power and control. It's all illusions, though. Manipulation. They don't have all the resources they need. They were doing magic. Somebody was wearing a mask. Involved with corruption, out of control. Unfocused, scattered. No power here. Damn. Talking mad shit. This is mental, emotional, verbal, and psychological abuse. You're not heartbroken. You healed your heart. You know it was all illusions. Or somebody else in the equation knows it's all illusions. It's a blessing in disguise. Yeah, this is, talking mad shit about you. This is the doppelganger, wanting to be you, wanting power of attorney or power and control, wanting to devalue you, disempower you, take your voice away and your rights away, wanting you to make the sacrifices they would never make for you. Could have said you're a bad mother, a shit mother, whatever this is. But this is very karmic and chaotic, very toxic, greedy, selfish, jealous, promiscuous, maybe controlling and possessive. This is a backfire, trying to stop your forward motion, no communication. Something stops suddenly. This is bad news. They're hiding and cloaking. They don't want to be alone. They're going to claim they were not aware. They don't want to be investigated. Yeah, they don't want anybody to know that they were living a life of luxury off your back, but they really wanted to make you look unstable because they were greedy and selfish, codependent, clingy, unstable, and very insecure. This is a financial crime. They can't mind their own business. If they're claiming that they own a business, they don't. They're not the proprietor of this business. They can't harvest. It's not harvest time here. They're not celibate. They're not chaste, loosey-goosey maybe. There's a lying sack of crap. Male or female, place the genders where it belongs. So somebody was so jealous, vindictive, vile, spiteful, and bitter. They lied about taking action or having relations with you. Growth of a business. They lied about the growth. Lied about the number. They're full of crap. People are turning their backs on this person. Full of crap. Put back, they said. Queen of Swords in reverse. Where are we going? Thank you. Yeah, they're in denial. They're acting like the victim. They're not the victim, okay? They don't see this coming. They're indecisive. You're at peace. They're mad. They're mad that you're at peace. You blocked them. They're trying to block you online. Ending a cycle to begin a new one, learning lessons. Yeah, you could be a reader or a spiritualist. They're being blocked or they're trying to block you. They're delusional here, okay? They're trying to cover something up. They got tempted or bribed or forcing people to do this against you. You have a higher perception, okay? You're balanced between your dark and light energies, masculine and feminine, and they're so jealous of you. Oh boy, you're highly protected here. You don't have to say much, you observe. You know what's going on. Very intuitive, wise counsel. Come back here. You know there's a lot of secrets going on here. You're ending the day. You're ending the secrets. You're at peace. Yeah, this is somebody that was doing magic. Secretly doing magic. This could be another reader doing magic. Practitioner. Or they claimed you were doing magic. Somebody's very jealous, abusive, a bully, hateful, always angry. This is awareness. They're under divine judgment. Somebody's made the right call here. You or someone else. Or their judgment's been rendered. They want a second chance. They want to be safe now. Yeah. They're losing their home, their stability, their business. They're trying to make you lose your home, stability, your business. Non-committal, the party's over. They gave out false misleading information here about you. There's a lot of trauma bonding, unrequited love, wasn't reciprocal. Or you're not going back to the past. This is your family. If this is your family behind it, They ain't shit. You don't have any good memories. This is they're feeling ashamed of themselves. They don't want you having wish fulfillment. They want you losing hope. It's just too bad. They don't want you having wish fulfillment. You know, if I don't get my wish fulfillment, how dare you get your wish fulfillment? Well, what are they doing to get their wish fulfillment? They're sitting on their ass stealing from other people. Playing games. Doing magic. Why would they get their wish fulfillment? Give your head a fucking shake. They're in their south node. They're not willing to heal. They're not willing to heal their inner childhood wounds. They're still in their south node. That's why they're losing. Oh, help me. Help me. Yeah, they're going towards lack and loss and poverty. On the outside looking in. This is a big ding to their confidence because they followed somebody else out into the cold. 5-5, get ready for change. This is profound change. Willing to do whatever it takes. Win at any cost. But everybody that's working with them are taking on losses. Because this was born out of ego, jealousy, pettiness, and cruelty, and a lot of abuse. Whatever they gained was temporary. Ill-gotten gains. He was dishonorable. At the end of the day, it is a defeat. They're the last one standing. They still think they're funny. They still think they're a winner. Well, I don't care about you. I was just using you anyways to do my dirty work. Very smug. You know what I mean? Schmarmy. They were willing to do whatever it takes to make you look unstable, keep you unstable. To say you have addictions and you say you're crazy. This is somebody's very impatient. They have addictions and obsessions. They went to extremes, inappropriate behavior. There will be no reconciling. There's no conflict resolution, no peace, harmony, or contentment where they are. They can't commute. Okay, somebody's having a problem commuting, but they can't transmute and they can't alchemize whatever they've done here. Somebody's sick, unfair, unbalanced, and they can't balance something out. This is disaster for someone. Yeah. Something's not balancing out. This could be you or someone else. You're stable and secure. Somebody wanted your it's a gold digger, cloud chaser. Change here. It's harvest time. You can see the grapes are very ripe. Maybe you own a vineyard or somebody else does. You could be a business owner, a money manager, good with money, dedicated, stable, hardworking, abundant, generous. This is successful. Business owner, or this could be a husband, could be, yeah, this is a crime. So they wanted to appear this way. This was a crime. This was abuse, reckless. They endangered others. Or this is somebody else in the equation that knew what was going on and they didn't take any action. Well, it looks bad on them. They're going to be held liable. Feeling like a fool. You're innocent. These crimes, they thought they'd get a new beginning with this. They'd be free of whatever that holds them back. But they have addictions. They have anger issues. They have trauma they are not willing to deal with. They're a thief. They're a liar. They're casting spells. They're not, they'll do anything to get ahead. And what I tell you, lying, cheating, and or stealing. They're trying to strategize a way to escape a situation yet again. To escape justice. They're trying to escape justice here because they know narcissist, sociopath, or psychopath, somebody lied. They're a pathological liar, user, abuser, cold, calculating, and cruel. They abused you. They had no authority. Lost authority. This is somebody that's self-serving. Very dangerous at the end of the day. A lying sack of shit. They're having an emotional outburst. They're immature and childish and insincere. They were doing magic. This is somebody wanting you to feel rejected and abandoned. They're not sorry for what they've done, by the way. They certainly didn't want you having a new beginning, or somebody lost a child. They're going to lose their child. They lied about losing a child. They're going to lie. They don't want to apologize, but they're going to be forced into it. They're trying to evade justice here. Whoever had authority, they're going to lose. They're going to lose their position or something like that. Yeah, they're unfaithful. They can't be trusted. They intercepted your mail or your money, or they never paid you monies that they owed you. They can't come correct. This is not the rite of passage. They're immature. They're irresponsible. They're not reliable or dependable. They're lazy. They don't have anything of value to offer a human being. They can't come correct. They can't slow you down. Yeah, they can't pay up for something here. They wanted your destiny. This is misfortune. If they don't pay up, they're going to get some karma here. If they don't pay you your money, It's a reversal of fortune, a change of direction here. They're trying to stall, cause setbacks and delays, or there's stagnancy here. Yeah, stall taking action. They don't want you taking action. They're getting some karma. Got an STD. They lied about you having an STD. I don't know. They tried to ruin you in your life. Take what's yours. It's a reversal of fortune, that's for sure. Yeah, they're worried. They can't eat or sleep. They're really burdened. Maybe having nightmares. Could be 9 people involved, or they stabbed you 9 times. This is corruption, abuse of power, abuse of authority. They had an image to uphold. They had no authority. They lost authority, or they abused their authority. This is a bully, a tyrant. They're in their ego and in their pride, very arrogant, very prideful. They bent to public pressure. This is somebody that wasn't in a position to help others. You know, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. They did what they did because they know it was wrong. They just did it anyway. Yeah, poor decision, false contract, all one-sided. Parting ways with karmics here. Again, their way or the highway. No harmony or no peace. This is a lesson. Learning lessons here, okay? So he gave their power away to a karmic. They're still in karmic land. And because of their poor decisions, they didn't use their higher wisdom. They're getting consequences. It is what it is. You can stay a karmic. Maybe they got demoted as karmic. This is distorted masculine or feminine. Walking away, no longer emotionally invested. They're facing some unknowns here. You know it was a karmic person. You walked away. You're in search of your 9th and 10th cup. Congratulations. You know, somebody was juggling you. You made a head over heart decision, weighed some options. They're trying to balance something out. Somebody's walking away or no longer invested emotionally. They could still be there, but yeah. Somebody's emotionally manipulative. They blackmail emotionally. Could have hidden addictions. Somebody's very sad. It could be just sadness. But this is somebody that plays games, mind games. They're needy and greedy. Everything's a fucking drama. Everything's an ordeal with this person, male or female. They're superficial, shallow, selfish, greedy. Yeah. They don't care who they hurt. Okay. Yep, sudden departure, sudden arrival. Somebody doesn't know what to do. There's no contingency plans. They're afraid to make a decision. They didn't plan this through sufficiently. Trying to block you from a platform. They're blocked from a marriage or commitment. They're blocked from an institution, or trying to block an institution, or they're blocked by the divine. Something's happening very quickly. Someone's going to use their emotions. They're going to try to play your heartstrings. But it's not going to get them anywhere. Not with the divine, not in the court of law, not in this institution, or not in this marriage. Yeah, I'm trying to, this is where you work, or somebody's working hard. You've mastered your emotions and whatever it is you do for a living. This is discipline. Working hard. This is putting the effort in. This is success. This is a tower moment. Something's going to happen quickly here. Somebody's getting tossed out of something. I don't know. It's going to happen quickly. It's going to be a shock to whomever is involved here. So redirect. Whatever they were trying to build, it was building on a false foundation, giving off a false sense of security and false impressions, and it's coming down. That's the universe. It's not you. It's the universe, okay? They can only blame themselves for this. This is self-imposed. They made the wrong decisions. Yep. You let them go. You're not worried. They can't restrict you any longer. You're free. You're free to go. You removed all obstacles. They're not renting space in your head. They can't bind you. They're getting let go, or somebody else is getting let go. They were under investigation. They're under surveillance. This is delayed communication from afar. This could be online. I don't know. Somebody's learning something. Page of Swords. Yeah. They see your value and your worth. You know your value and your worth. Somebody took advantage of a situation they should not have. This is somebody that was very ungrateful and disrespectful towards you. Somehow, some way, somebody thinks they still have an opportunity with you. They see you. You're happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is truth and clarity. You're being exposed. It's illumination. They know they can trust you. I don't know what this is. Something's coming to light here. They wanted to attack you. They're feeling overwhelmed, defeated. The truth is they were making up allegations and accusations about you that were unfounded. They wanted you to fight and compete, but you refused to. They wanted to attack you. That's the truth. Maybe they claimed you were attacking them with spell work or other ways. Nah, it was them. They have no defense and no protection. Yeah, they can't block you if you're doing divination. They can't block your money. They can't block your new beginnings. You took a practical approach. You've learned. Somebody's learning, gathering some information. It could be somebody younger than you. Yeah, you got to pay. Somebody's in their emotions. This could be you or someone else. You're very intuitive. This is giving good counsel as well. Could be a platform. Whoever this is, you or someone else, they're watching you. They feel in love very deeply. It could be a father figure as well. It doesn't have to be. It could be a female. Whoever this is loves very deeply, but they're not wearing their heart on their sleeve. They're remaining very stoic, balanced. They're balancing their emotions. They're looking the other way. Seeing through the illusions. All that glitters isn't gold. Running out of options. This is all illusions here. They can't compromise you. You have too much integrity. Maybe they try to buy you off. They can't cover this up any longer. Somebody's running out of options here. You know, there's no communication. There's bad news. Somebody lied. They threw rocks and hit hands. Somebody's a drama starter. They felt entitled. This is a scam artist. They were doing magic. Somebody lost a child because of magic. They never showed you support. They're not a friend. There's no love here. This is a love bomber. They didn't want to let go. It didn't serve. Okay, they didn't foresee this happening. The truth is coming out. They can't move on. They can't move on. Their ships aren't coming in. The truth is out. They're not willing to change. They're resisting change. They kept doing something over and over and over again. It's getting old. It's getting tiring. No change. This person doesn't want to change. It's a permanent, profound ending. They can't unalive you. You're not unalived, or somebody else isn't unalive. This is unfair, unstable. They can't play games anymore. Yeah, they're greedy and selfish. They're trying to protect themselves. Yeah, hold on to this family, this group. They're being exposed. This is public humiliation. They were impersonating you. They felt entitled, stealing your work, ideas, or achievements, or forgery. Now they're praying. They're strategizing. They need to put something to rest with you. Yeah. They could be arrested here. There's illumination. There's a lot of money involved. This is your family, long-term stability. This was a false contract trying to get your money. This is heartless and cruel. It was all about this money. Opportunists. They're grieving and regretting, crying over spilt milk. Somebody could have been on the run or traveling. There's proof and evidence they took this money outside of your country here. This is this investment. They wanted to run with it. They traveled. They took this investment and traveled. This was a betrayal. Somebody took off with this money. There's pleasure seekers here, third party, collaboration, third party yet again, contract. They're celebrating this. You saw it. You saw it for what it is. You've elevated and ascended. Now they want to reconcile with you. They reconcile with the third party. This is pleasure seekers here. This is a contract. They're getting let go, given out. Somebody's mad. They're angry. Damn. So the third party got let go now, or the third party let go of them. Yeah. This is a boss, a leader, somebody with authority. Winding up. They were a gold digger and a cloud chaser. Greedy and selfish and jealous here. Materialistic, self-serving, codependent, clingy. Very jealous of you. Unstable. They left you, blocked. Got an STD from this person. They're going to lose money here because they didn't take any action when they should have. This leader. They looked the other way while this one was stealing or saying they left you in poverty. They didn't take any action when they should have, or they're being blocked. They're trying to block your stability. They're grieving and regretting. It can go different ways. I apologize, but this is what we call a general collective reading. It's not personalized. Everybody's story is a bit different, right? So only take what applies. You're free of this. You're sovereign. You can be spiritual royalty. If somebody wants to be free. I don't know. Somebody could be driving towards you. The divine is driving something home. Somebody could be, I don't know. Driver. You could be a driver. We'll take it for whatever that is. I don't know what that means. Somebody started some drama. It could be somebody that rides a bike. They think they're all that in a bag of chips, but I don't know. Take it for whatever it is. I like to ride my bicycle. Drama starter, giving money. They did this for all, it was all for money. It was all for greedy purposes. Somebody can't make a life for themselves the normal way, as normal people do. You educate yourself, you learn, you start a business, or you go to work elsewhere. You know what I mean? You earn it. You put in the time and the effort. This is just theft. So something to do with a spouse or partner. They get into relationships for money, or they claimed you did. Or you're going to find out you're married to somebody that you don't remember marrying. It's a natural disaster here waiting to happen. It was all lies. They felt entitled. So congratulations, Laya Pencil Thaya. Let's see where you're going to go with that. How's that going to end up for Laya Pencil Thaya? They didn't want you to receive what's rightfully yours. They really wanted to be a thorn in your side, because if it's anything to do with the last reads, I don't know if it is, okay? It's hard to tell. But on the off chance it is, it's because they wanted to be you. They hated you so very badly, but they wanted to be you. Figure that one out. Where are we going with this? They use your ideas, the way you look. They need to copy you. They need to see you. They need to hear you. Oh my God, I just need to be near them. I just need to know what they know. Yeah, there's a lot of mental health issues here. You're a master. 9 Capricorn. Discipline, working smart, focus, structure, teaching, training, conquer, overcome, controlled, learning a skill, in the flow, authoritarian, commanding presence. And they can't reproduce that. You're getting some justice here. Sword and scales, congratulations. 91 might have something to do with this. And Libra. Sword and scales, truth, justice, due process, by the book, appeal, balance, make amends, law, integrity, cut to the chase, fair and square, fair play, equity, even keel, legal matters, and hear me out. Now they want to be heard? Or now they want to hear you out? Meanwhile, they closed doors and didn't want to listen to you, didn't want anything to do with you? Yeah, good for them. Started a crusade and a hate chain against you. 16. Oh, they're getting some karma here for sure. This is Gemini. Train, moving on, life's journey, new endeavor. Going away, one direction, on track, focus on time, keep going forward, going with the flow and flexible, steady climb and no resistance. I just heard crazy train. So somebody's riding the crazy train right here. 8. 68, Cancer. Well, deeper meaning, community, a whole community is involved, online and otherwise. Hidden emotions, nourishing, social resources, true feelings, support, savings, perception, sustenance, looking deeper, provided for in consciousness. So somebody was making bank here. This is how they were getting by, because they didn't want to work. They didn't want to do what normal people do. They just wanted to take. Put up a front, right? 85, Capricorn yet again. Dear John. So somebody's getting a Dear John letter, or you gave them one. Rejection, cold, hard truth. You could have rejected these people. Breaking up, set boundaries, divorce, strained situation. It's not me. It's not you, it's me. The end, final word, cutting cords, something's not working. Maybe you're going to find out you're going through a divorce. Excuse me? I didn't know I was married. Take it for whatever that is. 8 Aries, 58. 858. Shooting star, quick action. Wish granted, rare, falling, moment in time, luck, dynamic, incandescent, dazzled, sudden, short-lived, passionate, passing through, enterprising, and brilliant. And 3 is Libra yet again, 83 cabin. Lonely, confined, detached. So they wanted you out of the way, where no one's talking to you, you can't speak your truth. Remote, secluded. Something remotely could be online as well. Something to do with property, a family, or a vacation home. Secluded, go within, insulate, disengage, close off, kept apart, quarantine, island, segregate, separated, divide, disconnected, and sequestered. Roadblocks. So they can place roadblocks in front of your life here. They're being blocked. 34. Capricorn, roadblocks, blocked change, barriers, challenges, time to regroup, stuck, paralyzed, obstacles, stalling, temporary setback, take a detour, not right now, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. So they're not getting anywhere. It's just a roundabout going around in circles. And that's why something's, they're going to have to give up the ghost. I just heard. Community. Go around, connections, new direction, keep it moving, controls the flow of information. So somebody was trying to control the flow of information, trying to keep you hidden. Solution, circular reasoning, fluid, many working parts, perfect timing, and redirect. There are many working parts. If this has anything to do with this, what I was picking up yesterday or the day before, Whoever was working with these people, your family, your ex, I think there's family, exes, and friends involved, by the way, complete strangers who think they know you. Whoever they were working with are also working with nefarious other groups, vice, organized crime. Do you understand what I'm saying? Doing stuff they shouldn't be doing. But because they worked with whomever this is coming after you, their other dealings are getting found out too. So maybe that's why it's taking a little longer for you to get your justice at this moment, is because of that. So the cops want to make sure they bring them all down. And that's why it's taking a little longer than usual for you to hear back from the police, the authorities, from the courts. I don't know. Because there's a big investigation, and some of their own are being investigated. Oh yes, mark my words. People are losing their job, their freedoms, everything that they own, okay? Ill-gotten gains. It's coming back to you, baby. So, angels, how are we going to end this for the collective right now? 929. Walk away. Release, let go, new beginnings, self-respect, moving on, and freedom. And maybe that's what you did. You didn't fight them because you have self-respect. You knew that there was no way you were going to win the fight if you lowered yourself down to their standards, fighting all the time, looking irrational, because that's what they wanted. They wanted you to appear irrational, not quite sane, okay? That's what they were bargaining on. But because you went a different way, it didn't work out that way. Let go of people and situations that no longer support your spiritual growth. You deserve love and respect, and it's your right to seek environments that honor your well-being. So if they're mad because you cut them off, too bad. They should have been better people. They should have treated you properly. 55, get ready for change. Be grateful. Gratitude, abundance, acceptance, positivity, contentment, reciprocity. Stop dwelling on problems you cannot solve or situations that bring you down. Let it go. Embrace gratitude and reciprocity for what life offers, and you will align with your soul's desire. So what is really meant for you is coming, or you already started, okay? If it's not an equal give and take, and I'm not saying, like, some people make more money than you. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying time, effort, emotions. Stop the lying. If you feel like somebody's holding back and they're not telling you the truth, then chances are they're not. Get down to the bottom of it. If they truly want to be with you in your life, whether it's love, family, friend, or business, they're going to open up and say, okay, I was holding back, not because of you, but I'm going through certain things, and you'll be able to understand what they're going through. But if they're holding back for the sake of holding back, and they're adamant, I'm not holding anything back, but you know they're lying, what's that tell you? They don't even trust you enough to tell you the truth. So that means you can't trust them enough. 1177, growth. Learning, development, nature, potential, success, expansion. Take positive steps towards learning and personal development. Engage in activities like taking classes, reading, or spending time in nature to unlock your potential and achieve success. Do what you must do. 99, you're ending the cycle here. Rebirth, renewal, transformation, decision, future, growth, new beginnings. This is a time of renewal and rebirth, indicating that you're close to a major decision that will shape your future. Embrace the transformation and prepare for your path ahead. 1414, congratulations. I love this for you. Pardon me. Ignite your spark, because everyone has a spark with them. Some is brighter than others, just because they were hiding it, or other people were trying to bury your spark. Spark, inspiration, opportunity, joy, new beginnings, and positivity. It's in keeping. Focus on your needs and desires with a joyful attitude. New opportunities, friendships, or even family additions may be on the horizon. Embrace the positive energy to speed up the process. You have to raise your vibrations to speed up the process, okay? You can't be vibing low and then all of a sudden all of this is happening for you. No. You got to keep it up there. Keep your prayers up too, please. 1818, willpower. You have a lot of willpower. You have a lot of strength of will. Congratulations. Achievements, success, striving forward, prosperity, go-getters, courage, and luck. Wow, significant events are on the cards for you. You will progress in your endeavors and gain new experiences. The right people and resources will be put on your path. An excellent proposal or change is coming up. You're destined for greatness. Yeah, commitment. Could be a commitment coming up, or you're very committed to what you need to do. I was also picking up, just when I was reading that, a lot of people, I noticed, they walk around with too much pride. And we all have it. We all do it, me included. But when you learn to drop that pride and be more humble, and not afraid to be vulnerable, not afraid to show your feelings, not afraid not to be, that cool person, or, in my situation, I knew what was going on in my situation, and it burnt my ass. that they should get away with this stuff, and they think that I'm stupid. But then the divine counseled me. Don't worry what they think. At the end of the day, when you listen to me, it has nothing to do with pride. He doesn't like pride. Remember that, okay? Look what happened to Lucifer. At the end of the day, you're doing the right thing. If they think that you're a loser, they think they can have one over on you, let them keep thinking that way. The joke's on them. You and I and everybody else that deserves to be in your circle know the difference. We have to learn to let go of our pride. And we have. And these people, they can't. And that is their downfall. They can't say they're wrong. They can't say they're sorry. They can't stop doing what they're doing. That's their downfall. And they're going to learn. And learn they must. Because at the end of the day, it's all catching up to them, isn't it? Get a couple of tea leaves and then we'll sign off. Spirit, how are we ending this? So wealth is coming towards you. Congratulations. This has everything to do with wealth. The nuts and bolts of it all, right? Cain, pay attention to your health. So they tried to affect your health, or their health is waning now. Flag, don't be tempted to lower your standards, like I was saying. They want you to meet them where they are. I don't think so. Because that's where they're going to make the money. If they can prove you're not worthy, or you're insane, or you're a bad person. You know what I mean? Peacocking, beware of great pride. What I tell you about the pride. Don't lower your standards. Drop the pride. Who cares what they think, okay? It's only for a little while. At the end of the day, it's not about winning and losing. At the end of the day, you've evolved. And whatever is meant for you is going to come towards you, provided you drop the bravado, the false bravado and the pride. Somebody's a peacock, right? Showing off your heart, great happiness. They want to peacock some more. Good for them. Leg, stepping into a new experience. As being you, maybe. Pale. Time to get out of situations. They can't handle being you. Damn. What's in this pill, by the way? This is disgusting. I know. Something white and creamy. Ew. So somebody could be a community bucket. Thank you, Spirit. This is a rat. They called you a community bucket, and they were one. So someone working against you behind your back. This is a rat. They're for the streets. Mule. Someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. Hee-haw, hee-haw. We got this last time. Frying pan. Trouble and accusations. So they made accusations about you, but they were really describing themselves. Ram. Damn. A stubborn, aggressive person. They're very aggressive. A fair woman. You or someone else. Dealings with a relationship with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. Dark woman. So there's two women here. Somebody's trying to be you. I don't know. Dealings or relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. Deaths. They're paying attention to your work. Pay attention to your work. Yeah, they're claiming your work is theirs. Good for them. Cool. Get back to basics here. They're going to make it look like it's theirs? No, I don't think so. Bridge. They want to look like they've ascended, right? No. Successfully overcoming a problem. They're going to look like, oh, look at me, I've ascended. I'm stealing everybody's work and I've ascended. Yeah, broom. New home, new attitude. I don't think so. Hop on your broom and get the fuck out of Dodge. Okay? Tiger. Doing something risky, taking a chance. And they did something risky here. Last August. Last month. Tankard. Could be a birthday or somebody else's birthday. Celebration, fun, and enjoyment. Seahorse. Family matters. Something to do with your family or theirs. Wishbone. A wish is granted. A fair man. Dealings or relationship with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. Chair empty. So somebody's leaving your life. Someone is leaving your life. There we go. Broken ring. It could be a marriage. It could be a crime ring. Parting the ways in either romance or business. There we go. There's change here. Butterfly. Somebody's transitioning. A change for the better. For you. Beetle. Good luck. Congratulations. Can't see the forest through the trees, right? Muddled on clear thinking. You saw the forest through the trees. Dung beetles, they live in shit, right? Yeah, wreath. Sorrow over a loss. They wanted you gone, somebody else is going. Fox. Shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. So somebody could have left you something. This could be an inheritance, life insurance. Or they wanted you gone for life insurance. They thought, oh, this is great business. Yeah. Well, they're getting found out. Congratulations. I can go on and on, but I'm getting tired of this energy. I mean it. When I say this energy is disgusting, I don't like it. I don't know if they're watching more intently lately, but I'm feeling it more intently, and they're not nice. I think it's because they're getting their comeuppance, and they don't know how to get out of it. And they've been trying to shut me up, and they're not going to. They're trying to shut other people up. The past. This is somebody from your past. They're drudging up the past. This could be a past life soulmate as well, soul tie. They want to settle with you. Or you settled in the past for what they did to you. It's crossroads here. It's a hard climb. They wanted to use you. Yeah, this is spirituality. If you want to elevate, it's a hard climb. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. It's spiritually speaking, if you want to ascend and elevate, you got to do the work. You can't do it. You can't have other people do the work for you and you take the credit. You could be a tarot card reader. You could be a spiritualist. It could be anything, right? A healer, a tarot card reader, or a spiritual advisor. They're trying to steal your work. Yeah, it's a big shift. This is a tower coming in. This is meant to redirect this, right? You worked hard. You worked hard. This is your work. This is growth. Congratulations. And they were putting obstacles in your way. This is a windfall. Something's unlocking for you. The truth is these people had a hidden agenda. Something to do with planning. To take some sort of action. Yeah. So I'm picking up, this could also, this is all, obviously your family was stealing some sort of money. Pardon me. An inheritance, a life insurance. It could be anything. It could be even a pension. A property of any kind. It could be your family's involved, an ex is involved, or a couple of exes and friends, okay, or their friends. But they also got somebody in the world of tarot or spirituality involved. They were doing magic. You could be a reader, they could be, or they're using readers to get information on you, which they're compromising good readers if they're good, right? This is divination abuse, and they're compromising these good readers. They're going to lose their spirituality, or their inheritance. They're going to lose their intuition. Pardon me. That's why if you do personal readings and you are in this field, please, please, please check out these people's energies, okay? If you doubt them, if you feel funny, don't go ahead and give them a personal reading. Because these people don't care about you. If they don't know you, they don't. Even if they know you, don't care. These people don't care about anybody but themselves and whatever it is they're trying to do here. They don't care. Obviously, from what they've done, they don't care. They're getting caught up, and now they're getting desperate. So, you know, if they can hang somebody for their bad deeds, they will. And if you're that somebody, well, I guess you're next in line for their bullshit, right? So protect yourselves if you are a reader, a spiritualist, or even if you're not. If you're just part of this group and you know what's going on and you didn't take any action, I suggest you do. You turn them in, because at the end of the day, criminally, you're going to be held accountable as well as civilly. Or both, and spiritually for sure. So if you think that you might have to pay for this, you might want to mitigate and lessen the part you played in this by doing the right things, if you know what I'm saying. I can't tell you what to do. I'm just suggesting. You don't have to hear me. You don't have to listen to me. You don't have to be angry and bitch at me either, but I'm just telling you. Just trying to be a good friend by giving you good sound advice. People are going to be held accountable. They already started to be held accountable. Things are rolling in that direction, and people are freaking out. And if you want to mitigate whatever it is that you took part in, you got to tell the truth. You got to own up. Mea culpa, right? For those who were on the receiving end of this bullshit, congratulations. The truth is coming out. You are getting your justice. I love you guys, and until next time, take care.